to get into this whole nepotism conversation. All right. I want to get into this nepotism conversation because I just can't believe the amount of people that is moving the way that they're moving, considering after Bronny James was drafted. Now, I didn't know that the whole nepotism conversation would be a big deal as a result of Bronny getting drafted. I just thought that people was just going to keep it 100% sports. But now people have resulted to attacking him, to attacking LeBron James, to going off on Rich Paul. And it bothered me. It bothered me so much that I started to have conversations even outside of YouTube, which inspired me to then start making some videos and speaking my mind about the situation. Now, I'm incredibly perplexed, and I'm going to share why I'm perplexed. But first, before we get into it, I wanted to review this Stephen A. Smith narrative because I don't know what he's going to say. I haven't seen the video yet. But I wanted to review this Stephen A. Smith thoughts on Bronny James and review it in real time. Check it out.
We all know that Bronny James is a story to be talking about, right? So we're going to get started with that right now. Yesterday, the Los Angeles Lakers selected Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, with the 55th overall pick in the second round. LeBron and his son now officially have the opportunity to be the first father-son duo to play in the NBA at the same time and for the same team. Reaction to this story has been very mixed, to say the least, and many out there are claiming nepotism is the only reason Bronny is now a Laker. I had a lot to say, but before I show you something that I said earlier today, let me say this. Bronny James, thank God he's in this position. If y'all remember, he suffered cardiac arrest last year while on the campus of USC. We didn't know what his status was. We didn't know what his health was like. We didn't know whether or not he'd ever be able to play basketball again. And I remember when we first heard it, we didn't know if he was going to survive. So for him, a year later, to be in this position, after being hospitalized, after being prohibited from playing basketball until last January, I don't give a damn about him averaging less than 5 points. I don't care about his numbers or anything like that. You heard about his athleticism. You heard about his defensive prowess. You heard about the potential that he may have. We're not blind, however. We recognize the fact that if he were not LeBron James' son, in all likelihood, he would not have even been drafted. If he were not LeBron James' son, he damn sure would not have been drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. If he were not LeBron James' son, he would not be in this position. So we can't be oblivious or turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to the fact that the opportunity that he received is an opportunity practically no one gets a chance at. There are his numbers: 4.8 points, 36.6% shooting, 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 19.4 minutes a game. Those are not numbers that get you drafted. So there was questions as to whether or not he deserved to be a McDonald's All-American compared to some other noteworthy individuals who felt that they were more deserving. There's questions about his career at USC because he didn't play there long enough and what he could have done against collegiate competition, let alone NBA competition. And now there are questions as to whether or not he'll ever make a Lakers roster, and certainly whether or not he deserves to. That scrutiny is valid. It's understandable. And he's got a lot to prove. I'm rooting for him. But the one thing I don't want to hear a damn thing about is nepotism.
Facts.
My friend, my partner, Adrian Wojnarowski on NBA Countdown spoke about it yesterday and saying he didn't want to hear it either because we both know, covering the NBA for years, executives, owners, coaches, nepotism has been going on in the National Basketball Association for ages.
Talk about it, bro. Talk about it. All the way up into the highest levels, into organizations, to the highest levels, coaches. Nobody said nothing about Giannis getting his trash brothers into the league. Nobody said nothing about Doc Rivers getting his son $40 million. They said nothing. Nada, zilch. They gave him every chance in the world in order to continue to succeed. Nobody says anything about any of these NFL owners. I mean, good God. The owner of the Dallas Cowboys His whole family is running the organization, and we don't know if they qualified to be general managers, if they qualified to be coaches, if they qualified to be the security guard. But they in there. They in there. Nobody has ever cared about a second round draft pick in life. Nobody. I have never, ever in my life seen anybody, and this just tells you the type of hate that's within your own, from people in general. Just got the opportunity. People just got, look, LeBron is a first generation millionaire and probably billionaire, and will probably be a billionaire. First generation, literally didn't even have a father that was participated in his life, is breaking every single barrier and generational curse and putting his sons, his wife, his daughter has never been caught up in any scandals whatsoever. Dude has been a model citizen in general. Trump and his children, absolutely, 100%. 100%. I have never in my life seen people so upset at a person that is putting his, listen, I don't care. And somebody is so funny because somebody typed something and they wrote a comment to me, and I want to show that. I screenshotted it, and they called me a hypocrite, right? And this is what they said. He said, Anton, he said, the hypocrisy is unreal. Let me clip that up. I'm gonna go ahead and just show that on the screen. I want to show you how hypocritical people are, specifically black people. Black people are the most evil, negative, hating, not all black people, but a lot of black people, hating group of people I've ever seen in my entire life. This is what the dude wrote to me. I want to show you some of the comments I've been getting over the weekend. This is what he wrote. He said, the hypocrisy is real. Through watching 2/3 of this video, because I was speaking about this, I think I was talking about Cameron and his take on it. 2/3 of this video, I hear AD complaining about the nepotism that our people use to elect our own in the mayoral office instead of voting for the best candidate to carry out the job. Now, it's a difference between being in entertainment as basketball. I know y'all think that that's real life because ball is life. It's a much different conversation between somebody that's running the free world or running the mayor's office with taxpayer dollars and leveraging those dollars in order to be able to take trips over to Vegas and blowing the bag, and whether or not you're qualified to manage multi-billion-dollar budgets and you just getting elected based off of identity politics, versus somebody going into entertainment and hooping. Did this dude genuinely try to hold me accountable for comparing a public servant that is using taxpayer dollars that we have no choice of whether or not we're going to pay to an NBA player, making sure that none of us have to watch if we don't have to watch, but we all intrigued as a result of it, and using that to compare and saying that I'm being a hypocrite because somebody put somebody in a position of power in order to be listen, I'm telling you, these people are insane. Absolutely. When I seen that this morning, I said, you know what? I'm going to have to screenshot it, and we're going to have to make this the conversation of the day. Are y'all sitting here and telling me that y'all comparing identity politics when it comes to being a public servant with tax dollars to a person that is leveraging his celebrity and continuing to generate countless billions of dollars, has been the face of the NBA for his entirety of his career? They've sold countless jerseys on his behalf in order to make sure that he get his son as a second-round draft pick to play with him in order to be able to run up the bag. Are you telling me that that's the conversation that we having? Seriously? How many of y'all, I want the hypocrites to come out to the front of the congregation. How many of y'all would pass up the opportunity to get your son a bag in entertainment? We're not talking about politics, mayors, governors, and none of that. How many of y'all would pass up the opportunity to eat? Forget entertainment. Let's just talk about regular jobs. I know so many people that, and this was all the way back into the plant life. You know who the people that was getting all of the jobs? The people whose sons and daughters and all of that was, and family members. Those was the people that was getting the jobs in the plant. Ford, Chrysler, and GM in order to get them $100,000 a year jobs way back in the 80s and the 90s. I remember when I was a little kid, way back in the 80s and 90s, you could not just go out and apply for a job to get into Ford, Chrysler, and GM and run up a bag over in Detroit. Everybody's sons, everybody's nephews, and all of that. And I wasn't even tripping because people was trying to leverage that in order to get, they wasn't just leveraging that to get that. They was getting, we called them A-plan papers. A-plan papers here in Detroit was employee pricing for you to be able to get a significant discount in order to buy a car because your father or your cousin or your brother or your mama was an employee at the plant. I've seen people do online interviews, take tests for their people. I see people, and I say this all the time, especially when it comes to getting promoted in corporate America, that you got to be a cultural fit, that leveraging and putting people in a position. I don't know how many people got mad at me and said, Anton, how many black people have you hired into your organization? Selective outrage is real. It's real. Selective outrage is real. People hate when you become too successful and they don't feel like they can relate to you when they can't touch you. And so as a result, they started to get mad. Man, listen, you think I care about the fact that Bronny James is going to be got drafted at 55 in the second round and is probably going to be making $1 million a year because his dad, who also brought a championship over to the Lakers and is also keeping all of the seats full, is advocating for it? If you don't think that I'm going to give my daughter every single, now my ability to be able to get her prepared is a completely different conversation. But if you don't think that I'm going to give my daughter every single leg up, when I choose to do business with the bag chasers, I don't go outside of what it is that we do. And I don't even care if they give me a somewhat substandard product. When I invest in businesses, when we do it every single year, and I say, hey, pitch me a business. I want to be able to invest in your business. I don't even want no equity in it. I don't see y'all claiming nepotism then. Because there be people on the outside saying, why you don't open it up to everybody? Because you ain't a bag chaser. I have a preference. I have a soft spot in my heart for the people that I love. And I do business with people because I love them, not even because they necessarily had the best product. And if you don't think for 1 second that I'm setting my family up and my daughter up for success over your son and your daughter, you out of your mind. You're out of your mind. The entire premise by which y'all think that y'all supposed to do business, we should only shop black-owned business. So you're not buying food and you're not doing business with somebody just because they got the best product. You're doing it just because they black. Is that a form of nepotism? And so he not supposed to do it for his own sons? And he didn't even have a father? And we got it running rampant all throughout the league in every single office. People are getting jobs that don't even deserve it. And y'all sitting here telling me that this man shouldn't be leveraging his position in the organization in order to get his son drafted. And I think listen, I want both of his sons to get drafted. I hope they run up a bag. I hope they run up a bag. I'm just amazed at the level of hate. I'm amazed at the level of hate that people have for this dude that has never done anything to him and is getting mad because he decided to make sure that his sons was good and he gave his son. What about the people that deserve? Okay, name them. Name them. Name one. Name who was going to be drafted. Name the person that was supposed to be drafted at 55th that Bronny took his spot. Who is he? Where he at though? What's his name? What's his name? Name him. Who was the person whose spot he took? I have never in my life, not one time, and I've been an NBA fan for my entire life. I've never in my life seen people complain about a second round draft pick. People don't even watch the second round. The only reason they was watching the second round is because Bronny was in there and they was waiting to see whether or not some other team drafted him instead of the Lakers. The ratings fall off on the second round. The only thing that people care about is the first round. Y'all have never, as a matter of fact, Bronny probably already saved Skip Bayless's job, over on Undisputed because now Skip Bayless got another 4 years to be able to talk about Bronny and LeBron, which he never would have. I've never seen anybody complain about a second-round draft pick, not one time in my entire life. And y'all just feeling some type of way. Y'all seriously mad. Y'all want this dude to fail so bad. Jesus Christ, bro.
Nobody said anything about it before. We damn sure don't want to hear about it now. And I piggybacked off of my teammate yesterday by elaborating on that extensively this morning on First Take. Take a look to what I have to say because I only want to say it once. Here you go. We live in a country where nepotism has taken place with white folks religiously forever. We've said little to nothing about it. In the NBA specifically, in a league where at least 70% of the players are black, we've seen nepotism with white folks all over the place. Ownership,
Facts,
executive ranks,
facts,
player personnel,
100%.
Scouting, coaching.
Yep.
The list goes on and on. We've said little to nothing about it. And now this happens with LeBron James, a member of the Mount Rushmore of basketball. And all of a sudden, you've got people running their mouths. LeBron James is approaching 40 years of age. He ain't somebody that faded into the twilight. He's still an all-world player. LeBron James, if LeBron James was on the New York Knicks now, you trying to tell me the New York Knicks wouldn't be one of the favorites to win the chip? Right now, approaching age 40. So to be in Los Angeles, to still be box office, to still be the magnifying talent that he is, yes, he has manipulated the proceedings somewhat. We get that. Bronny James would not be on an NBA roster if it were not for LeBron James. He would not have gotten drafted in all likelihood yesterday if it were not for LeBron James. We all know this. We accept it. The issue is the resentment that's emanating from people out there. How dare you resent LeBron James? And if you're LeBron James, be mindful. See, now you're going to hear people book it. Book it. This is my expertise, media. I'm telling you what I know. Book this. In the days and the weeks to come, we're going to bring up how he took his talents to South Beach.
Yep.
We're going to bring up how he went back to Cleveland.
Yep.
We're going to bring up how he once held free agency hostage. You're going to hear all of these things along the way because it's a resentment of power. You see, people, regardless of the great businessman he has proven to be, you understand, the great talent he has proven to be, the great influencer he has proven to be on a multitude of levels. I'm not saying everybody because business is business. You got white folks out there that's all about business. They want to make money. They don't give a damn what color you are or what have you. Black, white, and in between. But the vast majority of people that are going to speak, what they're saying without saying it is that they just want you to be an athlete. They don't want you to have the cachet to be.
So I'm going to be honest with y'all. Some of y'all don't even qualify for the jobs that y'all got. Let's be real. For some reason, y'all forgot about the leg up. Remember when you had somebody get you into the job that you got? Remember when you was looking for a referral? I don't want nobody else to ask for referrals. I don't want nobody else to ask for a referral. Nobody. Zero. Half of y'all just mad because you ain't even have a father to give you a leg up in the first place. So you feeling some type of way. And so that old trauma is starting to emanate. It's starting to show itself because you angry. You angry at your lot in life. Mama should have been held accountable for the fact that daddy paid $40 in order to get one off. Condom broke. Or maybe she didn't even have him wear a condom. And so now you mad. You mad or no? You mad or no? It be people mad at me because they think that my dad left me some money. I wish my dad had left me some money. I would really be running it up with the insight that I had. If I didn't have to get it out the mud as far as financially, my dad gave me everything I needed in order to be successful. As a matter of fact, one of the first jobs that I ever got, my dad got it for me. 1,000%. I have never seen a group of people that is so angry, and it don't even come from white people. It come from black people. I've never seen a group of people that's so angry that somebody is successful as a result of the fact that you had a father. Half of y'all just mad because your dad wasn't there. And I get it. I get it. All we seen was women at parent-teacher conferences. Not my father. My father was there. My father participated. He was out there with me. You know what I'm saying? He showed me how to lay concrete. He showed me how to do electrical work. He showed me how to put up drywall. And so people mad about that. People are mad. They mad because they daddy didn't do the same thing that LeBron's dad is doing. And so listen, don't get mad at them. Check your daddy. Check your mama for who it is that she let skeet in her. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault. I don't want nobody else to ask for a referral ever. Don't email me and say, Anton, you know what I'm saying? Can we link up? Don't do none of that. Nothing. Don't ask me for nothing for free. I'm charging for everything from now on. Real talk. All of the people complaining, trying to get a leg up, talking about nepotism, trying to network their way into the organizations. Don't do it. Just stand on your own merit. I want you to be the first example to go through the door and set the example. Five Brown says, Anton, you're conflating the issue that's not profound. People just saying that he wasn't ready. Who are y'all to determine who ready? Listen, this is a business at the end of the day. Listen, while y'all being marketed the idea that it's sports and that people should be looking at it from a sports perspective, man, this is a business at the end of the day. And the goal is to win financially, especially as it relates to your children. Above all, is to make sure that your kids is taken care of. For whatever reason, I don't think that the Lakers is going to be suffering as a result of it. I have never in my life seen a group of people get mad at a 55th pick in the NBA draft. Y'all didn't have the same type of smoke for Thanasis. Y'all didn't have the same type of smoke for Jerry Jones. Y'all didn't have the same type of smoke for nobody, for Doc Rivers. But it's a thing for LeBron, for Bronny James? Get out of here, bro. Man, I seen Umar Johnson hating on Bronny James. I said, I thought that he was supposed to be the blackity black fraudness dude on the internet. And y'all sitting here whining about it, complaining about it, feeling some type of way. Man, don't nobody care about no NBA scouts. You think that they concerned themselves with NBA scouts when Thanasis was out there dribbling the ball off his kneecaps? When Thanasis was dribbling the ball off his kneecaps and doing like this on the bench, I seen him. I seen him Milwaukee come to Detroit, and I seen Thanasis over there. I was like, man, Thanasis is so extra. But I can't hate. Everybody was congratulating Giannis. Oh, Giannis, man, he made sure his whole family got the bag. That's why it's so hypocritical, is because people celebrated Giannis for making sure that his family was successful, and they hate on LeBron. Nobody had any smoke for Giannis for making sure his brothers was taken care of. They said, oh, and Giannis ain't even from here. Giannis ain't even from here. They celebrated Giannis for the same thing that they throwing Bron under the bus for. But Giannis ain't no billionaire yet. Y'all slimy. 100% slimy. That's why I don't trust you. That's why I don't trust y'all. If Young Metro don't trust you, I'm going to shoot you.
Able to manipulate the proceedings, to be able to do something like, you know what, I want this person on this roster. I want this coach. What have we gotten mad about with LeBron and coaches? It wasn't the fact that coaches are changing. It's like, yo, LeBron, own it. If that's what you want, you don't want Darvin Ham, you don't want him. You want J.J. Redick, that's what you want. You want this coach, this coach. You are you. They sit up here now. My name is in the news all the time. We know why. They look at me at First Take on their talent. Do I not have a production company? Do I not produce content? Do I not have other stuff going on, Jay Williams, Big Perk? But you talk about as a talent, because America, not everybody, not most, but a lot of people are about stay in your place, stay in your lane. And LeBron James has religiously been about the business of defining his own lane and showing that I don't have a lane, I got avenues. And I'm coming this way. And you ain't going to do anything about it because I represent what I represent, how it's.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you don't think at some point that one of the reasons why I'm going to be staying in corporate America as long as I am, if my daughter decides that she ever wanted to go in corporate America, if you don't think that I'm going to leverage my position and my privilege and the position that I hold in corporate America in order to make sure that she get what she want, you out of your mind. You 100% out of your mind. Man, listen, my nephews, soon as they graduated from college, I guided them. Hey, this is what you're going to do. As soon as you get out of college, I got a job waiting for you. For somebody else's bag in corporate America, I got a position waiting for you. Anton, somebody else has heard that position. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Shout out to my nephew. Shout out to my cousins. Shout out to everybody. Listen, as soon as we got that bag, when I made a bunch of money, when my brother was making a bunch of money, because my brother the one that had got me into the plant in order to make that $100,000+ a year when I was like 18 years old in the first place. As soon as he showed me that paycheck, I was like, hey, can you get me in? He got me in. I got my wife in. All of that. We was getting everybody in. Everybody get a bag. My cousin's husband, she had married him. I said, hey, fam, you need a bag in order to take care of your family. Let me go ahead and get you in this plant. He ran it up. We ran it up. Everybody was running up. Everybody get a bag. If you don't think that I'm going to make sure that my people is taken care of, you out of your mind. Everybody, if I can get you in, I'm going to do everything in my power in order to be able to do so. As long as it don't hurt me in the end, you the one that's going to get this bag. Man, you miss me with that nepotism conversation. You's a fool. And you're a hypocrite because you don't even believe in that junk. You believe in it selectively when it ain't you. But if you had the opportunity to do it for your own kids, I see y'all raggedy ass kids. Kids be drooling at the mouth. I'd be like, hey fam, is he qualified to be able to work on my property? Oh man, he good. I'm going to oversee it. Kid be like, I see y'all raggedy kids when y'all bring them. I see y'all kids in the back seat when y'all be door dashing with them. Hey man, you might need to get him a helmet. Oh no, we good. We got him. Okay, all right. Listen, long as you say you got it, that's all that matters. Your kid is dumb. Your kid didn't even graduate. And you trying to give him a leg up, knowing he can't do the job, knowing he don't even qualify for the woman that you think that he deserves. No, my kid is a good kid. Your kid be like, hey, like, I don't even know if he want a wife. He might want a husband. No, he gonna want a wife. Okay, you just want the best for him though, right? Hey, like, damn, that kid is retarded. Never mind. Let me be quiet. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to continue? Nepotism exists in everything. Nepotism exists in every single aspect of life, and we always gonna be biased towards the people. Let me read some of these super chats.